Welcome to your weekend focus, May the 4th and the 5th, 2019. My goodness, it's May already. I wanted to say March. Um, May 4th and 5th, 2019. My name is Tilly. This is Tara with Tilly. We have a new moon on the Saturday, so sun and moon will both be in Taurus at 15 degrees for the new moon. I think it's talking with Neptune. So our dreams, spiritual, creative pursuits, absolutely. Taurus is kind of like stop and smell the roses kind of energy. It's sensual. We could be redefining our goals, our values, our worth, the worth of things in our life, our stability, our security. And so in a new moon, it's great to look at these avenues in our life and understand how we can build upon them, make our life stronger in some way. Look at this, we have the Empress. Now, the numerology for Saturday is a 3 energy. It's a 12 to a 3. So the Hangman, oh, I have a little friend there. Um, and here we have the Empress as their first card. What a beautiful card for a new moon energy. The Empress is about fertility and birth, rebirth, new plans, new destinations, new relationships, new love. The Empress is one of our highest intuitives in the deck, also one of our highest diplomats in the deck. She sits there very confidently on her throne. She weighs out all of the different options. And then she decides what she's going to create anew, what she's going to nurture going forward, what she's going to grow going forward. And she doesn't hope. She doesn't wish. She believes. She knows. She has a plan. The Knight of Cups is second. My goodness. So, romance, meeting your soulmate, making a new best friend. This is about letting down your hair and having a little bit of fun. You know, I kind of get him like riding along here, and all of a sudden he says, "Hey, let's go for a glass of wine and have a picnic underneath that big apple tree or that big oak tree or down by the pond or the river." So it is about romance and sensuality. It is about um, just enjoying yourself. You know, it's the mundane moments in our life sometimes that are the most special moments when we look back in time. A laugh that was had, something that was said, something that was done. Queen of Cups, my goodness. Well, she was here for Friday, and now here she is for the weekend. And she is in detriment again. So where do we feel that we are not deserving or we are not worthy? Where do we feel like our cup is always going to be half empty rather than half full? We look at that goblet and we wonder, we imagine what we are going to fill that goblet with. And this is a time to really, you kind of have to watch. I think Mars and Jupiter are having a little bit of a discussion too during this new moon. And if that's the case, our ego can take over. And sometimes our ego is good so long as it's a healthy ego. But when we start looking at what somebody else has and we don't have it and we want it and why did they have it instead of me, we start to downplay our own worth, our own value. And so we have to be very cautious of this whole weekend For that card to show up twice in detriment, twice in a row, it's a time to build your belief in yourself and what you can do, your talents, your abilities. It's about getting out there and taking a risk on yourself. It's about getting off the fence and just going for it. And it's something that you've been thinking about. It's not something just out of the blue. Well, it could be. Yesterday's energy was something like that could have came out of the blue. But still, there was something calling you in that path, in that direction in the first place. We have the star. Wow. Talk about strong energy. And the star is all about making the impossible possible. The star is about getting the understanding, the clarity in order to go forward, in order to create that new beginning, that healthy relationship, that raising your spirituality, or stepping into a new career, or inventing something, or creating something. And with Neptune so close here in the mix of this new moon, and I think it's a sextile, so it's a sextile or a trine, but I'm pretty sure it's a sextile that we're having with Neptune. Pay attention to your dreams, waking and sleeping. You'll get that aha moment. You'll get that epiphany. Pay attention to those thoughts that come in. Pay attention to what catches your eye. Sit in a moment of reflection or contemplation about how you can possibly go forward in the direction you want. And these cards are all saying together that you will get it. You will get the understanding. You will get the clarity. You will get the vision, that aha moment. And it all stems from the belief in yourself. Once again, it all stems from, now I know you're beautiful. I love you to pieces. I surely do. But do you love you? You know, I read once a thing where it said list your top 10 things that you love, and they gave you a few minutes to write things down. And then they said, okay, that's it. Pens down. Was the first thing you put on that list you? Because without you, nothing else can happen. Your talent, your ability, your personality, the unique you coming forward and saying, this is what I want to do. This is who I want to be. This is what I want to stand for. These are my values. These are my beliefs. This is where I feel stable in life. This is an expression of my self-expression, my creativity, my inventiveness, my love, my passion, my joy. Our last card is the Six of Cups. So we could be looking a little bit back and taking stock of what we have learned, what we have been through. But I would think for the majority of us, there is something, and probably in our childhood, because it's represented by a child here. But that child is you, and that's your inner child. And so think about when you were little and somebody asked you what you wanted to be. Well, when we were little, we didn't think there was any kind of limitations, and we allowed the world to put limitations on us because they were doing it out of the kindness and the goodness of their heart. You know, as we grew older, we were told not to dream so big, get grounded, go for something practical. And some of us were told, we'll never be good at that. We can't do this. And in many different ways. So it's like our spirit guide or an angel is standing there and saying, it's okay. You can touch the flowers. You can touch the beauty. You can smell their fragrance. The beauty is for you. It's yours. Step forward. And we look apprehensive here. We're not sure if we should, because we were taught that we shouldn't. And this is definitely a time when we have the Empress, the Knight of Cups, the Queen of Cups, and the Star, all leading the way to this card saying you are more than deserving of every flower in front of you. To deeply inhale the fragrance of happiness, joy, success, love, spirituality. So our Empress is first. She sets the way. She is a 3 energy. It is a 3 energy kind of day. It is about creativity. This new moon is allowing us to step into rebirthing something, starting something new. And we have been weighing out the options. Now we really need to go with the flow and really enjoy the moments. So we can't start beating ourselves up that we got to go, 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 and we've got to do this and we've got to do that. I think it's more of a weekend of taking a deep breath and just knowing our own divine beauty and tapping into who we are and what makes us special, what makes us unique, what makes us beautiful from the inside out. Pay attention to your dreams. Absolutely. Dreams, waking and sleeping. What are those thoughts that come to you? Have a conversation seemingly with yourself. And yes, there may be a little bit of healing involved of stepping past old values, old ways of believing or old ways of acting, believing that we had to color in the lines. This is coloring outside the lines. This is coloring outside the box. This is thinking outside the box. You know, when we were little children, we were going to be astronauts and nurses and doctors and lawyers and presidents and, you know, the list goes on, queens and kings and, you know, and as we grew, slowly, we were shown that we needed to color in between the lines there, stay within the lines. And it wasn't true. So this is a new moon for you to experience what you possibly can step into if you have the courage, if you have the belief in yourself. Let's get a Nature's Whispers card here. Nope. The card was turned, it was probably from another day. It didn't catch my eye, so. And it is Inner Truths. I kid you not. 16 Inner Truths. So we had this one on Friday as well. So we had the Queen of Cups in detriment, both Friday and for our weekend. Inner Truths comes out for Friday and the weekend. So we'll read it through fast again for those of you who maybe have missed Fridays, but there's a lot of depth to your feeling. You are on your way to understanding your feelings and desires more clearly. The next steps on your path will soon reveal themselves. Stay vigilant to new opportunities that may lead to the beginnings of novel projects or assist with current ventures. Look around you and within you. Be willing to do the work at the deepest levels, and you will find the jewels of wisdom, knowledge, and inner voice, all waiting patiently to assist you. Nature's crystals are created deep within the earth. Go deep and find your own treasures. Go deep within. See the beauty of who you are. See what you can create, what you can manifest, what you can step into. And yes, it is your heart's desires. And where the more you think, I think it's impossible to actually have that in your life this week, the more it is more likely to happen in your life in the coming weeks, in the coming months. Oh, not that deck. Our animals. So our higher intuition deck, and yes, I will do a Journey of Love card as well since it is a new moon. Well, they want a good shaking today. So let's see what animal we have here. Fertility. Well, the Empress comes out. She is the card of fertility. And then we have our turtle, our sea turtle, for fertility. So are we under turtle or sea turtle? I wonder. It's under turtle. Creation, patience, stability, longevity, protection. Now, one thing I heard about turtles the other day was their shell is every turtle has 13 segments. And we have 13 new moons and 13 full moons in a year. Along the edge here, this part right here that goes around them is 30 or 28 sections, I think, and we have 28 days in between the moons. So there's a little bit of turtle trivia there for you. So definitely the turtle would be showing up for a new moon, wouldn't it? Most of the important things in the world have been accomplished by people who have kept on trying, even when there seemed to be no hope at all. So making the impossible possible. If you've chosen turtle, you are being told that there is a great opportunity coming for a new project. Once again, that new project comes out. You've waited a long time for this, but turtle reminds you that slow and steady can and in fact will win the race. Turtle tells you that having patience and slowing down but keeping a steady pace will get you further than acting impatient and frustrated. Have you been trying to get pregnant or know of someone close to you who is wishing to have a baby? Turtle tells you that there may be indeed a pregnancy announcement by you or someone close to you. It could be someone who has been waiting a long time for a new addition. Turtle is a positive message and one with much happiness. Is that the end of Turtle? Yes, it is. So that new baby could be that dream, that passion, that desire that you have always wanted, that goal that you always wanted to hit, that invention, that painting, that book. So it could be creativity. It could be just about anything. New beginnings, new starts, something that you've always wanted in your life. Giving birth to a new path. Setting new goals for yourself. Believing in yourself. Looking at how you can expand your self-expression and your stability and worth at the same time. Journey of love. So I think this is absolutely phenomenal, beautiful new moon energy for us to embrace. And don't worry so much about your yesterdays as what is going to come in your tomorrows. The new paths you want to step into. What do you want to create? What will bring in more security or wealth or abundance, resources, maybe material things. And how do we commit to a new path in order to bring these things into being, to make them tangible in our life? Remember, we had the star here. Nothing is impossible for us if we firmly believe it in our hearts and we have a desire for it. And we know that we are deserving of it. You can make the impossible possible. And the first step begins now. Check this card out. The Swan. 67. The Swan. Yeah, usually these have like tons of color, huh? The Swan. Oh, we're going to do the poem first, aren't we? It's very short. Longing. The dance to move beyond the feeling that draws me forward to a place born within. That calls my soul to feel complete. There is a place of light within that no darkness can touch. It cannot be shamed. It can never be made impure. It is never lost or darkened are unavailable to us. Though we may forget sometimes, sitting in a darkened room and not realizing that we can just stand up and walk into the light so close to us, just on the other side of the doorway to the heart. Whatever may arise, great joy, great sorrow, drop into your heart and offer it to the divine, gently bowing your forehead to your hands in prayer. Connect mind to heart. Let yourself have some peace. It wants you, you know. This oracle brings you an offering. The divine would like you to offer whatever is bringing your heart trouble. Or, of course, whatever is bringing your heart joy. The divine would also like to receive this from you as a gift, that it may return to you some special blessing. Place your hands at your heart, and in genuine reflection, perhaps you may choose to offer your heart burden or light right now at this moment. Either will be joyfully received by the divine, and you shall be graced with a gift in return. So, this is a time to say thank you to God, our angels, our spirit guides, for all they do. And give our heart, whether it's full of sadness or grief or anxiety or fear or joy and love, and give it as a gift and see what comes back to be yours. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.